about that, man. Salute to my guy, boss, man. Like, does an incredible job of producing, but sometimes it's just technology. So we're just gonna go live this way on the restream. So I want to get these notes out before I forget, because today's gonna be a different day, a new day, and it's gonna be the start of a new day. So I know you had a lot of questions to ask. So we're gonna go. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Test, 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 test. Nothing. Can y'all still not hear me? No audio. No audio. No audio still. Y'all can hear me now? We good? All right, man. Damn. damn, man. Damn. So I don't know. I think during all the stuff that was going on, man, my AirPods died. You know what I'm saying? I charged my AirPods up. So my AirPods died. But we're gonna rock like this, man. But since my guy boss, man, but that's just one of the things that a lot of people don't understand when it comes into content creation is that, sometimes technology, bro. Technology, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the road. Y'all know, if y'all watch my channel, man, I do all the crazy production. I don't have that, here at the hotel. I got limited Wi-Fi. I got the paid Wi-Fi. It's a little slow, but I appreciate y'all for being patient. But we're going to rock regardless, man. We're going to rock regardless and get this news out, man, and talk about camp, man. So, we'll definitely do a show tomorrow with my guy, boss, and we'll run it back, man, for y'all. But a lot of things to talk about from camp today, man. So overall, another good day at camp. Another good day at camp. Don't have too many complaints. The very first thing I want to talk about, y'all, is Micah freaking Parsons, y'all. And when it comes to Micah Parsons, I know that he's an athletic freak. We know the dynamics and everything he brings to the Dallas Cowboys from a football perspective, y'all. But Micah Parsons is a pure competitor. I feel like that's his strongest attribute, where he just hates losing. And what I mean by that, y'all, first practice drill, Micah comes out and they did a drill where it's like a kind of a tire drill where defender puts his one leg in the tire, offensive guy puts one leg in the tire, like the right leg, left leg, right? And they're tossing the ball and you're fighting for the ball. And Micah Parsons was scrapping, talking trash, like everything. The first drill of practice, y'all. The very first drill of practice, Micah Parsons was out the gate being a competitor, man. So I love Micah for that reason, man, because it feels like when it comes to Micah Parsons, salute to Craven Cowboys. Nice to meet you, sis. When it comes to Micah Parsons, he just doesn't like to lose at anything, right? And as a Cowboys fan, that's something I've always just asked for. You know what I'm saying? I wanted people out there where losing hurts them just as much as it hurts me. We know how we feel on Monday after a Cowboys loss, but for some Cowboys players, it kind of felt like doesn't even matter. But when you watch Micah Parsons, it matters, y'all. It matters. And here's the crazy part. Micah Parsons has accomplished a lot. He's received a lot of recognition through his 3 years of being in the NFL. But I feel like him getting that Defensive Player of the Year kind of snub, you know what I'm saying? I feel like those little things really sets Micah Parsons off. We see it all the time on Twitter, y'all, where people are just like, this is my year. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go crazy this year. Y'all gonna remember the name. Like, we see those tweets from football players, athletes constantly. But when Micah Parsons said, I'm tired of playing and I'm taking things personal, I believe it, y'all. I believe it. And he is showing that at camp. Don't just take my word for it. Micah Parsons is single-handedly just wrecking camp. Once again, it's to the point where you can barely get plays off offensively because Micah Parsons is out there just causing havoc, man. Like, we had a scare, right? So he comes off the edge, smokes Chima Udoga because Chima Udoga is playing left tackle, fakes outside, comes inside, gives a straight path to Dak, tries to let off of Dak, falls at his leg. He falls down. Dak falls down. We throw up all in their crowd, but luckily they're both okay. But Micah Parsons has been on a higher level. Just like you're saying, I don't care if it's Chima Udoga. I don't care if it's Matt Waletzko. I don't care if it's Tyron Smith. I don't care if it's Tyler Smith. Nobody is stopping Micah. Micah Parsons is coming out to practice doing whatever he wants to whoever he wants, y'all. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I remember in 2021, I saw Micah Parsons as a rookie, right? And he, you know what I'm saying, he was fast. He was playing up. Like, it feels different with Micah. And once again, y'all, I think his competitive spirit, he is just locked and loaded, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what a pissed off. He's a little bit more stout. You know, I got to, talk to him briefly yesterday. I didn't go on the field because, they wasn't on the far field when the media field was. I was like, on the other side this time today. But Micah, bro, it's unreal. And I think that he took a lot of that stuff that happened last year where, he kind of fizzled out with the sacks and they were double teaming. He took all that personal. And we saw the work he put in this offseason, right? We saw the work he put in this offseason, even though he was traveling to Spain, going to soccer events or going to white parties with Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian. Soon as that was over, he was right back in the lab working. Micah Parsons is the shot in the arm that the Dallas Cowboys organization needs, y'all. Like, it just feels different. And, like, I had this feeling with number 88 with Dez Bryant, but I also have this feeling when it comes to Micah Parsons, as long as I have 11 out there, I know my team's going to scrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just know my team is going to scrap as long as 11 is out there because he hates losing just as much as I do. I know a lot of you guys do. So Micah Parsons, a breath of fresh air. He deserves his. But we're gonna take Micah out of camp, sit him over here by himself. You know what I'm saying? He completely be putting Micah over here. You know what I'm saying? Micah's if I'm putting the red jersey on Micah, bro, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're done. We've seen it. You know what I'm saying? You can do walkthroughs and everything, right? But Micah is completely different. Now, before we start, had some, I don't know if it's good news. We didn't get any clarity on it, but I'll say this. Sam Williams did put on full pads today. He came out, he did warm-ups, he did stretches, didn't do any drills. So, watching Sam Williams kind of walk around at camp, he felt vibrant, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't down and out. He wasn't doing a lot of like core work or strength training. He was kind of just, hanging out, watching practice. So I kind of have a good feeling with the shoulder strain that we'll see Sam Williams back sooner than later, right? I'm not too concerned about Sam. I mean, I am concerned, but, it felt like today, he suited up, he did stretches, he did warm-ups, because if he was fully out, shut it down, he wouldn't have did none of that. He wouldn't have been in zero pads. Like, Dorrance Armstrong hasn't put in any pads or anything like that. So it's like, some of those guys, when it comes to Mike or Sam Wood, the fact that he put on pads, he went out there, a few different things, it kind of gives you a breath of fresh air. Guys, I'm going to get to all of your chats. I'm going to get to all of your chats as we go through it. And we kind of had some hiccups, you know what I'm saying? So I'll make sure I'm going to get this content out to y'all first to make sure y'all aware of what's going on with the chat. Let's see here. Okay, cool. So we had a slight injury with Simi Fioco. Simi Fioco got injured today at camp. Not sure the severity of it. But I'll say this about Simi's injury. This has been the thing that's kind of limited Simi for the most part. right? He gets some type of momentum in camp, and then all of a sudden there's a kind of an injury, right? So we're at the point where I don't know, Simi. Like, Simi is kind of on the border. I'm very interested to see what's going to happen with Simi, because I'll say this, man. Jalen Tolbert, once again, is playing outstanding. And then you have Turpin, right? But then you have Jalen Brooks, who we drafted in the 7th round, wide receiver, number 83. This kid lights out, y'all. He's lights out. He's having a hell of a good camp, Jalen Brooks, y'all. Jalen Brooks is having a phenomenal camp. So, I'm looking at the wide receiver room. Like I said, Tolbert, good to go. No issues there. He's the guy. No issues there. Stamped, signed, and delivered. But Jalen Brooks, y'all, he's coming. Jalen Marino, he's coming, right? Dennis Houston got some more opportunities today, right? So Dennis Houston got a lot of reps and opportunity today too. So, when it comes to Simi, man, this might not be the year. You might have to fight through it. Hey, Aisha, we back. We have some issues, but we back. We're gonna make it work. But yeah, I feel like, with the Simi injury, I don't know, y'all. But this wide receiver room, just the younger guys, y'all, there's a lot of, like my girl Craven Cowboys just said, there's a lot. The Jalen's are balling. Jalen. Salute to name Jalen, man. Jalen Rose is one of my favorite basketball players. It's actually my youngest son's name. But the Jalen's are all balling. They're all balling, and they're going to make it very difficult where it comes to choosing how this wide receiver room is going to work. Like I said, Jalen Brooks, y'all, he played out of his mind today at practice. He played out of his mind today. Turpin's been out of his mind. Tolbert's been out of his mind. There was actually, salute to my guy, Isaiah Stanbrick. There was a video, and I forgot who was actually in coverage with Tolbert, but man, he sauced them up, and the routes were clean and crisp. And Isaiah Stanbrick says, "Oh my God!" Like, that's the type of camp that Jalen Tolbert's like. Jalen Tolbert's season is here, y'all. It's here. You know what I'm saying? So it's here. So that's with the offense. So the Jalen's are balling out. So we'll have to see what really transpires with that. So D Shift, good question, man. So as far as, let's see here. Y'all forgive me. I'm trying to figure out. So is Micah playing other positions? So he played a little linebacker for the most part. Got some reps back there. But honestly, he's played a lot of edge today. Typical edge. When it came to the starters, so we had, let me cheat. I got my notes here. So to Brian Bryce, he showed me a faster way to start taking notes. So the first team, you had D-Law, you had Hankins, and here's something also to keep your eye on. Hankins at the nose tackle, directly over the center. Yeah. And then you also had Micah off the edge. Linebacker, you had LVE, and you had Timon Clark. Corner, Diggs was back at practice today. So you had Diggs, Gilmore, Bland in the inside. And then you had Hooker, safety, J-Ron, and then also rotation when they went nickel, it's Marquise Bell. So you pretty much can lock in Marquise Bell as a day one starter, right? You can pretty much lock in Marquise Bell as a day one starter with the absence of Donovan Wilson. So Marquise Bell. But that's kind of the starting lineup. But like I said, the thing that I really focused on, y'all, is that package. I'm not sure if it was a package or Hankins. So Hankins was the starting nose tackle, right? And then Mazi was actually playing 3-tech. So it was Mazi next to Hankins. I know a lot of us thought, it'd be Hankins, Mazi kind of in a rotation. Mazi is playing a lot of 3-tech. And when you watch the way that he's being trained, they're training him to actually get upfield and pass rush as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing when it comes to Mazi. I think he's going to be more of a hybrid, right? So he's going to be a hybrid, playing, nose tackle and also 3-tech as well. But there was a lot of rotations. I kind of watched teams drill, and teams drill kind of happens at the end. That's when everything really comes together. Y'all in the hotel. I'm sitting in Oxnard, man. I was supposed to be going to dinner with some of the media people here in a little bit. Not the media party. Of course, I'm not invited to the media party, right? I know I'm going with some of the other media guys to go get some drinks, like some margaritas and stuff, that kind of party. But I don't get to get on the Jerry media party. Not yet. But yeah, Hankins and Mazi with D-Law. And then so that's kind of the rotation. That was kind of the first rotation in team drills. Then when the second team came in, you saw Tyrus Wheat coming at the edge. You saw Junior Fiocco. You also saw Chauncey Golston, Osa, Bohanna at the nose tackle. So that was kind of your defensive linemen. The second team linebackers, you had Overshown, and then you also had Kansas City. Y'all know Brillo Cox. Brillo Cox, right? So Brillo Cox. So Overshown and Brillo were kind of your second rotation. And then you had Nashawn. And listen, y'all. I'm not just gassing y'all. Y'all know we keep it straight. Y'all know we keep it funky here. We don't lie. We don't sugarcoat. We don't drink no Kool-Aid. We're drinking Sprite today because I need some caffeine. But Eric Scott Jr., I am loving this kid. Eric Scott, I am loving this kid at outside corner, y'all. I love him at outside corner. And I also posted on Twitter, he had a lot of good special teams reps as well. So definitely keep your eye on Eric Scott. This kid is feisty, and Coach Harris loves him. Number 37. There you go. Number 37, Eric Scott. Keep your eye on this kid. He is going to be the way I feel right now, even though Bland kind of emerged throughout the season, I feel like Eric Scott's going to be a guy. He's going to be another one, right? He's going to be another one, right? So I love Eric. Like I said, he was, what is the, I'm sorry, I was unfamiliar with your game. I'm sorry. And like I said, I could talk to his family. I'm like, yo, we're neighbors. They like they live in the same neighborhood as me and everything. I'm just like, yo, cousin. Eric Scott's Jake Tuck's cousin. Now I'm claiming him. But Eric Scott's having a phenomenal camp, y'all. So he played on the outside. You had Nashawn. Nashawn is playing well, but like I said yesterday, Nashawn has had a lot of solid camps previously. I want to see Nashawn do it in live action when the lights really come on. And then Kelvin Joseph played nickel in the inside, right? So, when it comes to Kelvin Joseph, I know he's the hot topic button. I'll say this about Kelvin Joseph. He's not having a bad camp, right? He's not having a bad camp at all. He's actually playing a lot better, and I feel like he's actually emerging a little bit. But here's the thing. The room got tighter. The room has gotten tighter. These young guys are playing a lot better. You have Stephon Gilmore, right? So I think that Kelvin Joseph will make the roster. The question is, when it comes to Kelvin Joseph, is what happens when Jordan Lewis returns. You know what I'm saying? What happens when Jordan Lewis returns? Then you're going to kind of see, right? But I think that Kelvin Joseph will make the roster. He's had a solid camp. Now, here's the problem with Kelvin Joseph, right? When something big happens and it's recorded on the cell phones, often he's in the play. You know what I'm saying? Often he's in the play, right? So, I feel like Kelvin Joseph, he's going to have to battle this, y'all. He's going to have to battle. And I don't think special teams is going to save him. I think the only thing that's going to give him, as of right now, some saving grace is when Jordan Lewis's return will be. Jordan Lewis was on the sideline, still has a slight limp, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't feel like he's going to be fully back. So I think that's going to be the saving grace when it comes to Kelvin Joseph. But I don't know, y'all, because Eric Scott, this kid got it. Whoever the scout was that scouted Eric Scott and said, you know what, we need to trade up and go get this kid, go get that man a raise right now. Go get that man a raise or woman a raise right now. They deserve it because they found another one. I love Eric Scott. I feel like you guys, once you see him in camp or in preseason, y'all gonna love him, man. He's feisty as hell. He's scrappy. Like he doesn't feel like a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Like most rookies are kind of like docile, kind of keep their heads, their hands by their side, and kind of want to kind of blend in. soon as he comes out on the practice field, y'all, he's bouncing around like he owns the place. Because the funny thing about Eric Scott, some of these players, it's kind of hard to recognize them, when they don't have their helmets on. You can't see the back of their jersey. And of course, they all have the crop tops right now, so their numbers are like half blocks. I'm like, who the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? But he comes out, the music's playing for practice. He's jumping around like he just has a swagger about him, like he belongs here. And I'm just like, kid, you do. So definitely love Eric Scott. And then safeties, another guy who's having a great camp, number 30, Junior Thomas. It's a weird spelling, but he's having a great camp, man. And he is a phenomenal talent, y'all. He's just an athletic safety slash, hybrid linebacker that can do a little bit as far like he was doing punt return. He was doing a lot of different things, when it comes to Junior. And then what's his name? Red Wine. He had a good day too as well. So that was kind of the rotation defensively. Ultimately, man, defense is who they are. They're playing lights out. J-Ron is doing a great job. Leader. I got a lot of clip of J-Ron, and J-Ron has really taken Marquise Bell under the wing a little bit because I was watching this a lot. So like what I'm seeing from the defense, here's something to keep an eye on too. Something brewing with Dan Quinn and with L. And what do I mean by that? He's getting a lot of pass rush reps. And when the defensive line and the linebackers, they were off with Dan Quinn, the defensive line coach, doing a certain drill, right? But LVE was on a separate kind of to the side a little bit, doing pass rush moves with Coach Durden. Like they were going through pass rush, hand placement, leverage, like him and Coach Durden was over here, while the defensive line and linebackers were over here. And so I was trying to watch, you know what I'm saying? So they were working on LVE's pass rush. Listen to the A gap, meaning in the middle. He's also coming off the edge a little bit. So, there's something brewing with LVE. So I'm really curious to see how things are actually going to go when it comes to LVE, because it looks like Dan Quinn might have a different plan. He's still going to play linebacker, but I think he's going to be used in a lot different way. Oh, my bad. Keep that low. I'm snitching. Am I snitching? Y'all need to let me know, man. If I start snitching, be like, Tuck, you saying too much, man. You're saying too much. I'll shut up. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know how many Eagles fans watching my channel, so they're probably like, oh, let me write that down. All right, so my bad. I mean, LVE had a horrible practice, man. I'll put it right there. So yeah. Send out rookie thus far was Overshawn. Does that surprise you? No. I don't think Overshawn being a standout rookie surprises me. I feel like he's had a good camp. I don't feel like out of an entire rookie class he's been, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say when it comes to Overshawn, he's sideline to sideline, y'all. He's sideline to side coming downhill. And I'll also say this, who's having a good camp, Jabril Cox is having a good camp too. And like I said, Jabril Cox feels like Jabril Cox before the ACL injury. So the speed of the defense is there. I really have no concerns when it comes to the defense, y'all. To be honest with you, I really don't have too many concerns when it comes to the defense. Like I said, overall, the speed is there. The leadership is there. The continuity is there. Micah's causing havoc. D-Law's being who he is. Oh, another guy who's being talked about who's actually killing in the camp too is Dante Fowler, the Gold 2 Savage, man. Dante Fowler is having a good camp. Tons of pressures today. Yeah. So Dante Fowler. So, the guys who we know, you know what I'm saying, they continue to do what they do. And like I said, Dorrance Armstrong hasn't practiced yet. Sam Williams was out. So, there's a lot of people still on the wing, still in the clip. But my main focus with the defense is just staying healthy. And I feel like the defensive tackle rotation is going to be something to keep our eye on, because if Mazi is a 3-tech, quote unquote, right? Osa's a lock. Chauncey should be a lock, right? But then it's like Gallimore, Bohanna, what really happens with those kind of guys? So we have to keep our eye on that. Big Bo is doing Big Bo things, man, but it's just different. Like, it's just different. Yeah, Junior Fiocco got a lot of good reps, and he got early reps to do. He actually rotated in with the ones a little bit today in team as well. So yeah, so also Junior Fiocco for the reps. So on this clip, man, this Mazi clip, man, of Mazi, man, that's going on Twitter, man. It's like, it's damn near insane of the strength of Mazi Smith. Like, Mazi Smith is literally out there just bullying people. Like, Mazi is just out there bullying people. Now I know there was this fan base that had something to say about Mazi Smith. Hold on. That's Mazi, y'all. This is Mazi Smith. That is Mazi Smith. Y'all see that? Pushing a grown man like he's a child. That's Mazi. That's Mazi, y'all. That's Mazi. Look at this, y'all. Mazi is just violent. I think that is, I really can't tell because of the number. So I don't want to put a name on it. Is it TJ? Oh, that was TJ Bass. Okay, that was TJ Bass. I didn't want to say who it is. They'd be like, Tuck, that wasn't me, bro. You tripping. But TJ Bass, bro. That's big boy football. That is big boy football. I'm tired. It's hot. I'm ready to go. You in my damn way. That's the power of Mazi Smith. That's the power of Mazi Smith. Like, Mazi Smith, and here's the thing, they're teaching Mazi Smith how to get into the backfield, how to pass rush, how to be a pass rusher, right? They are teaching Mazi Smith how to get to the quarterback, and he is getting to the quarterback, y'all. I posted another clip. I got so many clips, y'all. I don't know which one. I don't have a title or anything like that. Collins is gone. Avante Collins is gone. But yeah, Mazi Smith is getting off to a good start, man. I know a lot of people are like yesterday, and the Eagles fans are like, yeah, Mazi Smith. Nah. And that's TJ Bass, like Aisha just said. That's no small dude. You know what I'm saying? That's no small dude. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm not sure who it was. Like I said, I didn't want to put a name on it because they'd be mad at me. Like damn, Tuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we still watching Dallas, you know what I'm saying? It's a true brand. But Mazi Smith's getting out to a good start. Defensively, Devin Harper. So I watched Devin Harper. His reps were kind of in the third teamish, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he got earlier reps. At that, let's see here. Here. Okay, so okay. Let's see what you got, David. All right, so yeah, but yeah, defense looked good, man. Defensive interior looked good. Pressure was good. Everything was good. I really have no concerns about the defense. They play with the swagger. I'm not sure if you guys saw the clip that, of course, the Eagles fans are going crazy, right? Because Diggs told Dak started his BS up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's barking. Like, it's trash talk. I mean, anybody who plays sports is trash. It's nothing personal, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a player, man. I should talk trash to my friends and teammates. Man, I got in a fight. I was a practice fighter, y'all. I was a guy that would set stuff at practice. I would throw punches at practice. Like, Mike McCarthy would kick me out of practice. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I was. But I was a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I was dirty, grimy, and if you cut me, I'll kick you in the face mask and start a fight. What it is, right? But there's been a lot of chirpiness with the defense. But I feel like when it comes to the Cowboys right now, the defense feels like this is their team, and rightfully so. The defense feels like this is their team. So like Dak Prescott, the quarterback, the face of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The face of the team, they don't care. They barking at Dak. Dak's barking back, but it's like, you know what? This is our team too. We belong here too. So I like that. I like that feistiness when it comes to our defense. And honestly, I have no concerns with the defense. Honestly, just staying healthy. All right, so let's get to the offensive side of the ball, right? So when it came to left tackle, right? So Tyron's reps was kind of minimal. It was probably a veteran day. Now, here's the thing I did not like. A kind of good segue, right? And I don't want to say it's my biggest disappointment. I don't want to say it's my biggest disappointment so far, but kind of starting left tackle, you had Chuma Udoga, left tackle, Tyler Bodish, Josh Ball, and then there was kind of Matt Waletzko tackle, and that's for the team drills, right? So looking at that, it kind of smells like a free lunch. You know what I'm saying? It kind of smells like a free lunch a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Chima Udoga, I'm not too high on the thought of him at left tackle. Honestly, what I would like to see, and like tell him Tuck your trip, and you keep going back and forth, right? Well, if Tyron's going to get those practice kind of, you know what I'm saying, those veteran rest days, you know what I'm saying, and rightfully so, Tyron deserves it, then here's what you do. All right, Tyron, you come out from left tackle. We're going to take you out. And Tyler Smith, today, you're going to play left tackle and get those reps. Because more than likely, it's probably going to happen throughout the course of the season. I would rather see Tyler Smith get those reps and see if he can plug in another left guard versus Chima Udoga, because that ain't it. That ain't it. Chima Udoga going to mess around and get Dak smoked. You know what I'm saying? He gonna mess around. He might mess around and get Dak smoked, bro. So it's like they need to do something about that. And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? A good guy. Like there was the play where Micah pretty much took Dak's life. It was a real game. Mike came off it. Just like that. Straight to the quarterback. Straight line to the quarterback. He gave up the inside. Boom. Easy collision. So nah, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog, when it comes to Chima Udoga at left tackle. So me personally, I would like to see Tyler Smith start to get some of those left tackle reps. Matt Waletzko at right tackle. I get it, understand it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. In absence of Terrence Steele, you play Matt Waletzko at right tackle. Probably easier for him to play left. But when it comes to Chima Udoga, Josh Ball, Matt Farniok has played solid. Matt Farniok's played solid. But we need Zach Martin back, y'all. That's not breaking news, right? We need Zach Martin back. We need Zach Martin back because I feel like on that right side, especially when Terrence is out, it's lunch. It's free lunch. Free lunch. Come get your free lunch. Everybody come eat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come eat. Zach Martin ain't here. Terrence still ain't here. Everybody come eat. And Dante Fowler said, cool, give me a plate. You know what I'm saying? So that's my concern with the offensive line. So, but here's the thing. When it comes to the offensive line, what about Austin Richards? So I like Austin Richards. Austin Richards needs to get more reps. I like his size. He needs to get more reps. And another guy is, who I was very high on the draft, right? Who was from last year, was Alex Lindstrom. So he's a center, right? So he got some good reps today for the most part. But, sometimes it's like, y'all know how football is, or y'all know how sports is, right? So they'll be doing drills. Here's the ones, all right? Boom, here's the ones. You got, your starters versus your starters. They'll get your twos. Okay, here's kind of your backup guys that you're kind of familiar with. Okay, boom. The threes in rotation. All right, here comes TJ Bass. I sit up in my seat a little bit. Here comes Austin Richards and some of these kind of newer guys, rookies, and undrafted guys. Two reps. All right, guys, break. Next segment. You're like, oh, hold on, coach. Hold on. Can I kind of see, so they're getting minimal reps. But for those guys who y'all talking about, like the Austin Richards, the TJ Basses, just some of those guys, the Thomases, preseason is going to be their opportunity to shine. You know what I'm saying? But at practice, it's like, they'll get a few reps kind of switched in and out, you know what I'm saying? But nothing too crazy. So like Big Isaac, man. Let's see here. Tuck highlights getting cooked by everybody. Thoughts? Who's getting cooked by everybody? Let me know. Isaac. So Isaac at defensive tackle. Once again, so Isaac's one of those kind of things where it's end of the reps. You know what I'm saying? Like he might get a rep or two, like nothing too crazy when it comes to Isaac. Now, I will say this with Isaac. I talked to Nate Newton. So it's a big Nate. Like, here's the funny thing about Nate Newton, man. Nate Newton and Michael Irvin need to have a show. They need to have a show. They need to have a show. They need to have a show because they'd be hilarious. Like, Nate Newton's like a damn comedian, bro. Like, salute to Nate, man. Cool guy, man. Got to meet Nate, talk to him for a little bit. Salute to Haley Sutton, too. Does an incredible job at DallasCowboys.com with Aisha Morrison as well. But Isaac has got minimal reps. But he was saying, and I feel this, like, offensive line, you got to think a lot. You got to think a lot on the offensive line. Defense, he's got to go be a big-ass dude. You know what I'm saying? He's got to go be a big boy, go out there and wreck stuff. So Isaac can do it. Now, here's the thing. I haven't researched this, y'all, but I know that Isaac's kind of been on that international thing. So we're kind of able to stash him a little bit. I'm not sure. I heard that was possibly up this year or something like that. So I'm not sure what the thing with Isaac is. He's not getting a lot of reps, to be honest with you guys. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see if he does it. But, I mean, he can always translate. He's just a big dude. Isaac's a big dude. Just say, go out there, be physical, go be violent a little bit. He'll be, yeah, I watch that show every time. Yeah, Nate Newton and Michael Irvin on a TV show would be hilarious. Like, Nate Newton was just, he was like, because I got there like at 10 because I was kind of bored this morning. I slept. As soon as I got off that show last night, y'all, I shut my computer. I went right to bed. Like, my wife, I was like, I'm going to bed. I slept good. I didn't tell my trainer I'm not working out today. I'm not doing nothing. I slept, right? But yeah, if I got there early and Nick Newton was out there, it's kind of like, waiting on Cowboys fans and talking to people, real nice guy. But he was just clowning people like, why are y'all drinking so early? It's 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in my day, I don't drink, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Nick Newton. So yeah, Kelvin Joseph is getting cooked. Like I said, he's not getting cooked. It's just every time there's a big play, it's just his way. But here's what I'll say about Kelvin Joseph. He's been getting a lot of reps in the inside playing nickel. I just don't think he's a nickel corner. I think he's an outside physical guy, but we got outside guys and they're cutting up already. So when he's in the inside, it's just a bad matchup. But I know you guys probably saw the clip of him lined up in the slot versus CeeDee Lamb. I mean, what is he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? What is he supposed to do? You lined up in the inside with CeeDee Lamb. You got this route, you got this field, you got all these different things. What are you going to do? So I would like to see him get more outside reps, but as of right now, it's that Eric Scott is getting those outside reps. But the one positive I will say about Kelvin Joseph, because like I said, when there was bash at players, because people do good things, and it's really not on the field thing. So like I told you guys, like on the practice, if you're watching camp, there's like a free side where like the bleachers are, and there's like a little paid side. You pay like $25, but it's like limited space or whatever. You're up amongst the rail, okay? Cool, on this side of the field. The other side is the VIP. Those are the people that paid $250 per person. Why? You shouldn't have. If you were to watch my channel, I would have told you not to do that, but you did it anyway, right? But like the people on the free side kind of get ignored by the players. Everyone kind of just goes that way because that's the way the locker room, you know what I'm saying? They walk out past the VIP section, right? And if you're lucky, you might get an autograph. But there was a line of people, a line of people, and no Cowboys player came to this side but Kelvin Joseph. And Kelvin Joseph came over. He took every photo. He signed every autograph. He talked to the kids. Like, he did that. And to the point, I was just like, damn, bro. Like, I know you got to be tired. This is a long line. You know what I'm saying? But he shook hands. He smiled. And he worked his way all the way down the line, signing autographs and giving back to the fans. So that was something I really liked about Kelvin Joseph. And then once he did that, someone saw a player over there. Then here comes the Marvion Overshown, right? Overshown comes over. He starts to sign. Then Deuce Vaughn comes over. And when I tell y'all, we'll talk about the running backs here in a second, Deuce Vaughn mania is here. Deuce Vaughn mania is here, bro. Like, a celebrity. The Zeke chant, the Zeke, that's been replaced. It's Deuce. It's Deuce. It's Deuce. And let me see if I can pull this clip up for y'all with Deuce Vaughn looking like Toad out there dashing. But Deuce Vaughn is already a Cowboy celebrity, y'all. Everyone's chanting his name, screaming his name. Let's see here. see if I can get Deuce for y'all. Yeah, I think this is it. Let me see. I'm double check. Yeah, this is it. This is the clip. So boom, you got Deuce lined up in the backfield, aka Toad, and watch how quick he is. Watch his cuts. Bam, vision. Bam, bam. He's gone. Deuce, man. Deuce, big Deuce. Like Deuce is the superstar already. Let me show that to y'all again, man. And when I get home, man, I'm gonna upload all these clips, and we're gonna sit down, we're gonna grab some drinks, and we're gonna watch these slowly and really digest what's going on in camp, and that way we can call the audio. But bam, cut. He gets lost in the trees. Man, and he's very sharp, very elusive, and he's a hard worker. They also had him on punt return, so he's filling punts as well after practice, getting in work. But Deuce, man, off to the races, man. So salute to Deuce Vaughn. But like I said, I do want to give Kelvin Joseph his flowers for doing that, because there was a lot of people over there, and no Cowboys player was coming over there, and they were getting frustrated. But Kelvin Joseph decided, I'm gonna go over there, and once he did, other players came on. And little things like that really makes people's day. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the running backs, so I'll say this: I don't know. I'm sure they do know. It's Dallas Cowboys. They know everything, right? You know what I'm saying? They probably know stuff about me. They kind of do, right? Can Deuce even get in the kettle, man? You know what I'm saying? You might get Deuce in the kettle, man, but you got to pull him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know if you can get Deuce in the kettle. You might have to reach in and help Deuce out. Man, salute to Deuce, man. Rock chalk, K-State. When it comes to the running backs, I'm not sure if the Cowboys knew about the Ronald Jones situation, which I'm sure they did, but I'll say this. Ronald Jones' reps decreased from yesterday than it was today. Today, we got a lot of Rico today. A lot of Rico. And Rico did well in the ball, but also there was a lot of drills that he did where he was getting the ball in space as a wide receiver as well, and ran good, solid routes versus the safeties and the corners and the linebackers. So today, it was Tony Pollard, you had Rico, Malik, Deuce, and then it was kind of like Roe Jones and Hunter. And I know a lot of people's been asking for the Hunter Lukey post. Let me see if I got Hunter here. Once again, Hunter's a big back, man. Hunter is a big back. You know what I'm saying? There goes Hunter right there. Let me zoom in here just a little bit. Damn. This is why I hate cutting stuff up on the road, man. Let's see here. Why does it keep doing that? Yeah, but Hunter is a big back. Now, I will say this. When it comes to Hunter, I haven't seen any two-back sets as of yet, right? So I'm not sure if Mike McCarthy's keeping that close to the chest. Yeah, bro. He is a big back, bro. Like, he's not small. Like, he is not – like, he's almost – he feels like he looks like a tight end almost. You know what I'm saying? So he's not small by any stretch of the imagination. Like, he's a big back. He's a damn creative player. So they had plans for him. He just hasn't. I just haven't seen any two back sets where, like, he's been like a fullback or anything like that. So I think that Mike McCarthy is probably keeping that close to the chest because they're not going to reveal everything, right? So the things that they're probably doing right now is very simple installs. Nothing too crazy, but I wouldn't be out on Hunter Lukey just because you're not hearing or seeing enough about him. He has the size, he has the physicality, he has a lot of things. Now, I will say this: when I'm watching players that are kind of undrafted guys or late draft picks, I'm watching them closely on special teams. And I'll say this: when Hunter Lukey was running down the field on special teams, he was a full-out collision. He was on a crash course. Like, Hunter Lukey had a good day on special teams as well, and that's something that really matters. Like, if you're on the cusp, the key is to go to Bones Fossil, right? A lot of us are parents, you know what I'm saying? So if mom says no, dad will say yes, or vice versa. If Mike McCarthy is on the fence about you, the way to really get your way on this team and get you a paycheck and be in the NFL, go through Coach Fossil. Get on that special teams. Get on that special teams. I don't care what you got to do. Snap it, whatever. Get on that special teams and you will be safe. So I feel like Hunter Luepke will do that. So I think the Cowboys have plans for Hunter Luepke. But like I said, the running back, Tony Pollard, no questions or concerns there. Then you have Malik Davis, Rico today, and then Hunter, and then Roe Jones kind of sprinkled in here or there. But like I said, yesterday, Roe Jones was pretty much with the ones and the twos as far as his reps. That wasn't the case. That was subbed out, and there was a lot of 23 and Rico getting those reps today. So I'm not sure if that's due to the suspension. Is it just due to rotation? They want to switch things up a little bit, but that's what I saw. Us fans want him to be that 49ers fullback so bad. Why we are so excited about him. I feel like, yeah, with Kyle Juszczyk's like, I feel like honestly, I'm not saying he's better than Kyle, right? Because he's just an undrafted guy. But I would trust Hunter because he can also catch. Like, he can move. Like, he can catch in space. Like, he can play running back and fullback. So he, like I said, y'all, during the draft season, don't just put a title on him as he's a fullback, right? Like, nah, he can actually get out in space. He can do a lot of different things. And my bad, I forgot to share this in the Facebook group. You know, but hey, man, we flying in the air, right? But we up. You know what I'm saying? We up. You know what I'm saying? We up. We are up right now. Let's see here. Yeah, we up. Let's see here. Bam. My bad, Facebook group. Oh, it's like you forgot it's in the Facebook group. Well, you could just come over to the YouTube channel and you can still see everything without being in the Facebook group. But hey, so yeah, what we talking about the fullback? But yeah, Hunter can do a lot of things versus just being a fullback. He's a running back. He's a fullback. He can play a little bit of tight end because he has the size. Like he fits what Mike McCarthy likes and what Mike McCarthy wants to do. Like where I see it, like, oh, that's what Dan Quinn likes. I just know that. You know what I'm saying? But Mike McCarthy has a type 2, and that's definitely Hunter. What do you think about we can use another running back? Here's what I'll say about the running back situation, D-Lock. Good question. I feel like it's going to be a wait and see, right? It's going to be a wait and see. Right now, they're cool with the running backs. They got Deuce. They got Malik. They got Rico. They got Hunter behind Tony Pollard, right? What they are going to do is they're going to sit back and see how things kind of go. And let's say, for instance, it's like, all right, man, Malik Davis might not be it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe Malik Davis just ain't it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't it. Then their gears might start to spin a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to sit back, give these younger guys every opportunity to earn a job. And if they fall flat, there's still an insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still got your thing at home if you don't succeed at the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm not encouraging that, but you know what I'm saying? It is, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what they're going to do is they're going to see how things work out with these running backs. And they sit back and say, nah, it's not going to work. They'll pick up the phone, call that old thing back, and you know what I'm saying, say, hey, Zeke, you know what I'm saying, you still up? Hey, big head, miss you, you know what I'm saying, and see if they can bring him back. I doubt it's going to be Zeke, but I'm saying, I can hear that scenario, right? Since what happened to the final word tonight, the video is removed. Oh, you didn't see what happened to the final word? Final word crashed and burned. We scrapped it tonight. You know what I'm saying? We barely made it out with any survivors today. We tried to do the final word show. Boss tried to get cute and do some new generated AI stuff. It crashed the website, crashed everything, and it was getting late. We're like, you know what? Let's just scrap it, bro, because too much. Davis may not be a coachable player, talented, yes, but a team player, not a team player. I don't think that's the case with Malik. He's coachable, right? I think that the thing that happened with Malik that Brian Broaddus may have mentioned, and this is all hearsay, right? You know what I'm saying? This is for Brian Broaddus. Talked to him for a minute at camp. But I just think that Malik Davis wanted his opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I want players who want to play on the team. You know what I'm saying? I don't want Malik Davis to be out there like, well, dang, I got some carries versus Green Bay, and I got some carries versus, Detroit and played very well. And, now that Zeke is back and you just have my spot, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I want you to be foaming at the mouth, wanting to get to play. Like, Zeke Pollard, damn that. I want you to feel like you belong and get the same amount of reps as that if you earn it. So I don't think Malik Davis is uncoachable at all. It wasn't in his tenure at Florida. You didn't hear any stories about that, you know what I'm saying, until the Brian Broader situation about him wanting to be involved in the playoff game. And personally, he should have been involved more in the playoff game anyways. Let's see here. Yeah, I was watching it down in Flames. We got good. Yeah, playing with down in Flames. Playing with down in Flames, bro. I love Boss, man. That's my bro, man. But I was like, listen, bro, we doing way too much connecting, disconnecting, and just kicking me in and out and in and out. I was like, let's just saying, because I'm 2 hours behind. I think big game is 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? The time difference all off. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Cali. It's 8:00 here. And I was like, no, let's just go ahead and scrap it. But yeah, Malik Davis looked good. Pollard looks good, y'all. A position that is not being talked about enough, right? And it's my favorite position, as y'all know, is the young tight ends, man. I don't see enough people talking about what Hendershot and Ferguson are out there doing. They out there balling too. Ferguson's tight end 1. It is what it is. Now, I will say this about Schoonmaker. I'm not sure of the time before it comes to time frame, but seeing him kind of work out, he had some pads on, watched him on the courts. I would think Schoonmaker is a lot closer to returning. I would say probably by the second preseason game or so, you'll probably see him back at practice when it comes to Schoonmaker, being optimistic. But I'm perfectly fine with that because, Steven said Schoonmaker was going to be back later this week. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. So, yeah, he looked good on the court. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, I feel like Schoonmaker is going to be back soon. But Jake Ferguson and Hendershot is perfectly fine. I'm not watching camp feeling like, oh, bruh, if we would have had Dalton Schultz, man, if we would have, Dalton Schultz would have, plays come Ferguson's way, secure the catch, blocking, chipping, it's gotten better, much improved. Hendershot still got reliable hands. I've seen some improvement. I'm seeing the birds stretching the seams. So as of right now, I'm not concerned about the tight end room. You know what I'm saying? So I would let Schoon kind of rest up and do his thing. And there's some other guys out there, Keen and Stevens, like there's some other guys. I know a lot of you guys like Princeton Font. He got a few balls thrown his way. But I just think that he's not going to do enough to separate, to be honest with you, even though I like him. Because the thing that when I scouted Princeton Fant out of Tennessee is he was used as a wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback. Like he was doing all over the different plays. I'm not seeing that. I'm just seeing him with the actual tight ends. And that's why the tight end room is a little too deep, especially once Schoon comes back for him to make the cut. The tight end room is fine. Offensive line. Am I concerned about the offensive line? It depends. Is it a Zach Martin offensive line, or are we just keeping Zach and Zach's going to be hard nosed and say, no, I'm not showing up at games or anything? If Zach Martin's not in it, I'm concerned. If you give me Zach Martin back, I'm much better, right? My concern is the tackle position. If Tyron was to go down and we have to kick Tyler out, the left guard, I just haven't seen someone who I'm confident that can plug and play at that left guard spot. Whether it's Chima Udoga, he hasn't had that many guard reps, so I'm not too there. Matt Farniok is solid, but he's kind of a jag, just a guy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where things get wonky. So I'm not worried about the offensive line. I'm worried about the offensive line depth. But I do feel like there are some young, talented kids out there that can really take a leap forward. Just like you're going to say, Bobby, perfect segue. So, my guy Earl Bostic, he's not getting the early reps once again, right? So you see Earl get subbed in, two reps, 3 reps, minimal. You know what I'm saying? He's holding his own, but nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for those guys like the Earl Bostics and, those guys like the Tyrus Wheats and Darrell Johnson, the linebacker out of Liberty, my guy Isaiah Land, like, their reps are very minimal right now in camp. They're not getting a lot. So it's going to really be in preseason live action, or we can lock in and kind of see what happens. Yeah, I think that Austin Richards is going to be okay. I think that he's going to be a solid addition to the Cowboys team. If I had to choose one of the young guys who I really like, I would say Austin Richards, and I would also say TJ Bass as of right now. I feel like TJ Bass has a good chance of making this roster. I think he does. You know what I'm saying? I think he does. Yeah, Zach's gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why Zach is losing the money. Like I was saying, like I don't know, but Zach Martin could be losing the money because he's like, y'all ain't got no other option. But you know, hey, Dallas Law, appreciate the super chat. Thanks for putting all the work. I appreciate you guys, man. I'm caffeined up, I'm rested up, and got Sprite. You know what I'm saying? Got all sorts of stuff going on, man. So I'm rocking and rolling tonight. I'm rocking and rolling tonight, so I'm good. Last night I was exhausted. Zach Martin, yeah. I mean, he could at least came to camp and did an injury. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if he, and here's the thing. This is a good point, right? Why I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to Zach Martin, right? Because it's like I love Zach Martin. I know what he is. He's one of our most important pieces to our offense. But I remember an interview that he did on 105.3 The Fan, and I think it was last year's camp, where he said that his wife is heavily on him about retirement, but he wants to make a final push, right? So that's what he said. I think it was last year, or it might have been 2021. It was like either last year or the year before, right? Where he said his wife was pressing him about retirement. I think it was 2021 because it was right after the pandemic. So 2021 season, not last year. It was right after the pandemic. She was like, listen, enough's enough. And he contemplated retirement. Seriously, after the pandemic, everything kind of happened. So from here and that, I'm like, bro, I don't know. Can I give you an extension for another 4-year, 5-year deal? You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, your wife says, pack it up. It's time to go. And you're like, you know what I'm saying? And we get stuck holding the bag, you know. But it's one of those leverage things when it comes to Zach Martin. We know we can't start the season without him. You know what I'm saying? We know we can't start the season without him, without Zach Martin. You know what I'm saying? We can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it was a little bit different, right? When Zeke did the holdout and he went to Cabo, I felt like we honestly could have played the leverage game with Zeke. That was when the Cowboys is a mistake, right? But jersey sales, the allure of the Cowboys fans, it's Zeke, you know what I'm saying? You got to have them out there to sell tickets. But what opportunity the Cowboys would have had to go out there and see what Tony Pollard really has for cheap, you know? But they didn't do that. But when it comes to Zach Martin, you ain't got no other option, bro. If I'm Zach Martin, I'm daring y'all to go out there and play with Josh Ball. I'm daring you. Do it. Try it. You know what I'm saying? All right, good luck. I'll text the team. Best of luck. But go out there with Josh Ball at right guard versus the Giants. Put your quarterback at risk. You know what I'm saying? So he has leverage in that capacity. But from a financial standpoint, the Cowboys have the leverage. You can sit back and let you drip out. So just get it resolved. You know what I'm saying? You just get it resolved because I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to have to do it anyways. And enough's enough, man. You can't have your prized possession in Dak Prescott being out there without an insurance policy. And we finally get an opportunity, knock on wood, right? For the opportunity to see our best 5, right? You have Terrence coming back off the ACL. Let's see what Tyron looks like, and Tyler, and Zach, and Terrence. Give me that offensive line for 6 games. Kind of see it. Can I just see that offensive line for 6 games with Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Tyler Biadasz at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and Terrence still at right tackle. 6 games. Give me that. Let me see it. If it's trash, then we'll readjust, right? But just let me see what the offensive line looks like fully healthy with our best 5. And knowing Jerry Jones, he wants to see that too. It's just that what's the conversations being really talked about between Martin's team and Jerry? And honestly, I haven't watched these this week. Are they close? Are they working on it? I know Jerry Jones had his comments about having to pay Micah first. So I don't know. I don't know where they are as far as everything is concerned when it comes to the Zach Martin deal. But they need to get it taken care of because you can't go out there without Zach Martin. Speaking of our quarterback, Dak looks good, y'all. Dak looks good. Dak looks locked and loaded. He is having a good camp. And like I said last night, when it comes to Dak Prescott, he's playing with a new confidence, a new bounce, a new sense of urgency, and a new speed. And I think the new speed is due to a lot of things. Offense being simplified, having better wide receivers, and he's getting through his progressions a whole lot cleaner. Oh, okay. So Stephen Jones says they haven't talked to Zach. Okay, well, all right. Well, then we're at ground zero. So only Zach 300. Yeah, but Dak Prescott looks good, y'all. Dak Prescott is not being hesitant in the pocket. Dak comes back, goes to his progressions front side, check down, is it there? If not, he's using his legs a lot more, right? He's using his legs a lot more. They're actually designing plays where he uses his legs a lot more. A lot of play action boosts where he's getting outside the pockets, but also a lot of design run plays for Dak Prescott as well as read options concerned. So it seems like Schottenheimer and McCarthy have something dialed up for Dak Prescott to use his athleticism once again. Just be smart, you know what I'm saying? But there was a play that were in the red zone, and they ran a read option. Dak pulls it, takes off. That was actually the play where Diggs and Dak was chirping at each other, actually, I think. So yeah. So that's one of the things, right? So it's like, yeah, Dak is using his legs a lot more and being a lot more efficient in the offense. And this offense, it's in sync. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's how crazy our offense is, y'all. You're hearing the Jalen Tolbert. You're hearing the Kevontae Turpin. You're hearing the CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is, who he is, right? Brandon Cook is going crazy. People act like Michael Gallup's been out there being a scrub. He's not. Michael Gallup is looking like Michael Gallup. But it's just some of the other people that are kind of new doing crazy stuff. You don't appreciate what Michael Gallup's actually doing out there. And here's the fun part about that. Who was Michael Gallup doing it to? Stephon Gilmore. Michael Gallup has made a lot of big plays down the field versus Stephon Gilmore. And that's a battle. They've been battling. They've been battling in camp. So Michael Gallup is having a good camp. I know it's like, oh, talk. Well, Tolbert's playing so great. He's going to replace Gallup. Nah. Nah. No. We're going to go out there with depth. But Michael Gallup has a different burst. It feels, and I'm not sure if you guys saw that video that I posted a few months ago, weeks ago, whatever, about when I broke down the difference between Michael Gallup pre-injury and post-injury. Just his get off, his cuts, his planning, everything. It feels pre-ACL injury. And you have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you come off of a significant injury, of course, I'm good. I'm ready to go, coach. Put me in the game. But I've been there. You know you're not feeling really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not feeling really good. You just want to get back to doing your normal and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put myself out there. My wife's probably watching this video, so she's probably going to kill me or call me after this. But I had to go to the emergency room last week because I was dealing with some stuff. Like, it was crazy. Like, my body was shutting down. Like, I felt bad, right? And so the doctor was like, yo, Tuck, you need to sit down and chill out. Don't work out. Just rest for like a few days. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. You have everything cool. So day one, I rested. You know what I'm saying? Didn't do anything. But when I don't work out or run or do anything, like, I feel bad. Like, I'm moody. I'm cranky, right? So day two, when my wife's gone, I waited till she went to work. Then I went and worked out. You know what I'm saying? I went and ran. But my dumb self forgot. Snitch, Apple Watch. You know what I'm saying? Snitched on me you know what I'm saying, and told her that I worked out, you know what I'm saying, and she flipped out. My mama flipped out, like, what are you doing working out? So me and mom, like, I'm good to go. But I really wasn't good, but I'm trying to battle through it. So I feel like that's when Michael Gallup was really doing last year. Was he really good to go? Did he really feel back? No, but he was battling through it. You know what I'm saying? And the cut. Did this pop? I'm not feeling like myself. Those are the thoughts when you have in your head when you're coming off an injury. You're not fully playing free. You're thinking, and you're also laboring and wanting to protect that injury from not happening again, right? So I feel like Michael Gallup is having that return. Yeah, Apple Watch snicked on system. I wasn't even thinking of it, and all of a sudden, as soon as it says, "Oh, you close your movement rings," I was like, "Oh, damn, my wife's about to get this alert." She called me. What are you doing? Were you exercising? Were you running? Yeah, I went for a run. I went and ran 3 miles. You're gonna kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? Where? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like Michael Gallup is in a better space. He feels like himself again, and it's gonna help. Like CD said in that 105.3 The Fan video interview with RJ and Shan, it's just like, you better put someone back or you're gonna get beat. They're gonna attack you deep. They're going to attack you deep, and they're not gonna hesitate to do so. You know what I'm saying? And this year, we actually have the guys and the talent to attack deep. Don't put anybody back deep and cover Brandon Cooks one-on-one. Brandon Cooks and Dak Prescott feel like they've been playing together for eons. Like it's their 4th season together. Like they're in sync. They're in sync. You know what I'm saying? Like they're connected, right? So Dak and Cooks is good. CD, he's just CD. CD is so damn cool. Like CD just goes and one hand catches, you know what I'm saying, traffic, drops the ball, walks off, like, you know what I'm saying, it's nothing, this is what I do, you know what I'm saying, so CD. And then you have fully healthy Michael Gallup back stretching, being able to play on the boundary, go up and be your big catch guy, opens up our offense, and then you have this unknowns in Jalen Tolbert, and then you have Kevontae Turpin, and then Brooks or whoever. Like, you got some unknown guys who can actually cook, you know what I'm saying. I like Dennis Houston, but he is a IQ wide receiver. He's not a guy that can really cook. You know what I'm saying? He can't really cook like that. Like, he can go out, do his routes, but you're not afraid of Dennis Houston. You know what I'm saying? You're not afraid of him when he comes on the field. You got to be afraid of Kevontae Turpin. You got to be afraid of that. Because regardless, he can still just beat you deep. That's the one thing he just run deep. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you see 9 out there, you got to think, you know what I'm saying? And this was my problem with Kellen Moore last year, even though he's going right. Kellen Moore failed to really put on film the possibility of Kevontae Turpin being a deep threat. He, like, got away from, like, you should at least put something on the field where it's like, all right, we could possibly take a shot with this guy, you know what I'm saying, and kind of put that out there, but he just never did. But I'll tell you this, y'all, Kevontae Turpin is going to cut up this year. He's going to get a lot of opportunity. He's going to get a lot of opportunity, and he plays a lot. And in a slot, when he has that full side of the field, he can do a lot of different things. Imagine a number 1 offense and a number 1 defense. No way. Now, I don't think that this offense is going to put up godly numbers. I don't think they're going to put up godly numbers. Let's see here. Actually, let's see. 1 second here. 1 second. They're texting me. 1 second. All right, my bad. All the media people are like, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm like, I'm working. I'm working, man. I don't understand. We got to work. You know what I'm saying? What was I saying? I don't think our offense is going to put up godly numbers, but it's going to be more efficient. Our offense is going to make, I think it's going to make a lot more sense, right? Dak using his legs, right? You got CeeDee Lamb one-on-one coverage. You're going to CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? You're up by 20-something on Green Bay. Why are we still throwing the ball over the place? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just going to make sense. Now, will we put up these godly numbers? We got to understand, like, with our defense last year, getting turnovers, putting us in scoring positions, like we were just naturally scoring, right? So it wasn't like we were just this super high-octane offense that couldn't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I kept telling people last year, right? When people who are Kellen Moore defenders or whatever, right? It's like when you watch the Cowboys offense last year, take out the numbers, just you as a fan watching on Sunday. Did you ever feel like we have one of the best offenses in the NFL? I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I didn't. So, you know, I felt like you just never kind of felt like, oh, this offense, we really have the best offense in the NFL. I feel like some games we put up 40, you know what I'm saying? But you just never really felt that way. Like, you know, y'all know I live in Kansas City, right? They know what they got. You know what I'm saying? Stuff is the fan, don't matter. The offense, you cannot be stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, man. So it's like I just never felt that when it came to our offense specifically. So I don't think it's going to give you that feel. It's going to have more of an identity. It's going to be more locked in, more of a focus, and the players are going to have a clear understanding of what they do, which I'm excited about, man. So salute to everybody, man. I see my guy looking crazy, man. So we appreciate you, bro. Go lock in. It's appreciate you do. Go enjoy your dinner, margarita time. So yeah, I'm about to go enjoy dinner, man, and meet some of the people, some of the guys for a block girl down there. Like I said, I didn't get invited to the media party. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the boat with Jerry and doing all that fun stuff. But I'm having a blast out here, y'all. Meeting the fans. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys who are subscribers and followers on Twitter and all over, I appreciate the interaction, man. It's still like humbling experience being noticed. You know what I'm saying? Having people come up to me, just saying they appreciate me. It's not the fame that people recognize me that I'm excited about. So people come and say, you know what? I love the content, or I'm learning from the content. Like, that's my biggest joy. That's what keeps me going. People like, yo, I had no idea about this. I watched your channel. Now I know about this, and I researched this even more. So definitely appreciate, you know, all the love and support. The media people has been warming and welcoming the players, you know, like all this stuff. I'm having a good time out here in Oxnard, man. So I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow is a day off, so I'm probably gonna go chill at the beach tomorrow a little bit, put my feet in the sand, kind of rest and relax. Go live. I'll probably go live. You know, saying tomorrow night. Got a few shows lined up. Then Thursday I'll be at camp. Thursday morning. Not sure if I'll be able to stream. I'm leaving after practice Thursday, but Friday I'll be back in action fully. Friday I'll be back in the studio, so I have all the clips uploaded, edited, and we're gonna sit down and really cut these things up and dissect it and really dive deep, man. So I appreciate all the support, man. Once again, thank y'all for the patience. We apologize for the final word, but sometimes this happens. We kind of have some we're on the road, but I appreciate you guys' support. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Ignore those Eagles fans because they don't matter. And go Cowboys. Peace. Oh, the Jerry World shirt. A lot of people asked about this shirt because I saw it on Twitter. Let me see. So a lot of people are asking about these, the Jerry World shirt. Right. So I'm not sure if you guys are Travis Scott fans like I am. You know what I'm saying? But these are on the CFO Sports Talk shirt store. CFO going to get 10% off. A lot of people was asking for them in camp. They started just selling off the store. So a lot of them are still in stock as of right now. I haven't gone through all the orders, but probably today after camp and today if everyone's seen them, they're probably going to start flying. So if you want to get one, go get it now. If you're interested, I can always place one on hold for you. Let me know. The CFO Sports Talk, CFO Gang, 10% off. All social media platforms, JTuck151, man. I appreciate you guys, man. So stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged. Go Cowboys. Peace.